Y'all tune in to Reallyfe Street Stars, and make sure you go get that app off of Google Play. Download it now.
We here with Jay Catalyst, one of the finalists from Master of the Mic. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, my brother. Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Trying.
Thank
So
you
let's
for
get
having
right
me.
to it, man.
All right.
How did you hear about the competition?
How did I hear about it? I was aware of it last year. I knew some of the artists who had competed in last year's Masters of the Mic, and I was familiar with it then, and I knew they were going to run it around again this year, and I just decided that I was going to go ahead and give it a run.
So what do you feel about the competition up to this point?
I feel it's been an interesting competition. I think for the Masters of the Mic brand itself, I think just the competitors and the type of individuals who made it to the finals have definitely brought a different spark of light to the competition than in the past year.
So going into the battle, do you have a game plan or do you just improvise?
Honestly, I'll tell you, most of the time I just improvise. You know, sometimes I might have a plan, but usually I don't. I'm not even thinking about it until right up till it's time to get ready for the competition.
Man, you know, in this one, it makes it a little special because you have a family member you're competing against, man. How does it feel to have, you know, someone so close to you actually, you know, competing against you?
For you know, for us, it's exciting. It's definitely a experience to go against a family member. We're both from Port Arthur, Texas. So for both of us, just for our hometown, you know, just for them to be able to see the type of light that we brought, you know, into where we're at now, it's definitely giving our, you know, our hometown back home just something to smile about. But I think it's definitely interesting, and is definitely an intense you know, battle against each other, because him himself, Dre the Hitman, he is a very talented artist as well, and we go hand in hand. We go knuckle to knuckle. We family outside of the competition, but while we in this competition, we're going at each other's throats.
Bad. Makes sense. And just for you personally, as far as just, you know, jumping in the arena, you know, trying to win this thing, what would you say is your motivation throughout?
Really, my motivation is my brand and team, Fresh World. Being a leader for that and trying to set an example, this was an opportunity I felt to just kind of shine a lot of light on what we're doing as a brand, as a team, as a unit, you know, an operation within the DFW community, and spreading outside of that. We have a bunch of different individuals who come from many different walks of life, and it was a way for me to draw some attention towards that and get people to see, you know, a brand that was worth recognizing and identifying with. So that was one of my biggest driving focus points, as well as just giving, you know, being in Dallas for so long, you see some of the same faces and you cross paths with each other, but sometimes you might not be familiar with what others do. And so I know there was a lot of people out there. I've been doing my thing for a very long time, and I know there was people who might not be truly familiar with what I'm capable of. So it was an opportunity to just kind of get on that stage and show them exactly who I am and what I bring to not only just the music scene in general, but as a representative for the Dallas-Fort Worth community, but representing for Dallas in this Masters of the Mic competition. It was an opportunity for them to get to see, you know, what all I have to offer.
Being a finalist in the competition is a hell of a feat. What would you say are some of your strengths that brought you to this point?
I say showmanship. I've been a performer for a very long time, and one of the things I've, you know, just learned is when it comes to stepping on that stage, especially being in the hip hop community, I bring across many different styles. I once did a rock hip hop album, And I draw, I identify with the rock community and the way that they captivate a stage and draw people in and add theatrical elements to, their whole presence. That was one of the things that I felt that really stands out for me, just as the character that I am. In this Masters of the Mic, it was something different. I knew that was going to be different for the audience and everybody that was paying attention. But that's my MO.
What would winning this competition mean to you?
Winning it for me, I think for me winning this competition, I think it will give people a opportunity to really stop and pay attention to who I've been and what I've been doing, on the scene for so long. And that's always a very appreciating thing for an artist to be able to, stand on such a platform and shine, and represent their community very well in an outstanding light. I think that it also gives people a chance, not just within the Dallas-Fort Worth community, but people who will hear about this outside and beyond, give them a chance to see the talent, that really is sitting here within this city, that is just waiting to be exploited. And I'm just, for me, it's a pleasure and it's an honor to be able to represent, my community on such a platform.
And with that said, do you have a message, or what would you like to tell your fellow competitors?
I would like to tell them I got mad respect for all of them, and I hope they don't really, take it too hard fighting over that second place.
There you go, man. And lastly, Jay, man, tell us, man, what is it that makes you the master of the mic?
I think it's a collective of things. I feel like it's not just about the bars anymore. I feel like in 2016, you have to bring a lot more to the table. And that's another thing that I really think will exemplify, for the community, is showing an example of bringing more to the table. I've watched artists like Kanye do 2-hour performances just by himself, but he brought different elements. He gave you a show. And honestly, it's going to give people an opportunity, to identify with themselves and say, hey, I got talent, but what more do I need to bring to the table to make my package worth identifying with? And I think that's something that we all can take into thought. What more can we do to better our whole presentation? Because in this industry, it's really not just about talent anymore. It's about a lot of different things. And we can go in deeper into that after the Masters of the Mic is over and I done wrapped up that whole thing. But
hey, there you go, man. There you go. With that said, man, we definitely going to catch you in the finals, man, competing against your fellow competitors, man. Tell us how to follow you on Instagram, IG, Facebook. Tell us what your social media info.
Social media, you can catch me on Facebook at J Catalyst. Also, you can find me on Facebook at Fresh World, a.k.a. Fly Rebels Envy Shall Hate. It's an acronym. As well as Snapchat, J Catalyst. And for the record, I just want to go ahead and clarify something real quick. As long as I've been doing shows, people will spell my name in many different ways. And I know it takes time for people to grab on and really identify, like, okay, that's what you are, that's what your name is, J Catalyst. My name is J period Catalyst. It's an acronym. It stands for just creating actions through artwork, leaving your soul transformed. And as far as anything else about me, You can identify with me because it gets deeper down the rabbit hole. The further you go with me, go to www.welcometofreshworld.com, and you'll get an opportunity to be there for the initial stages of what is such a big, beautiful thing that we're building and bringing to the music community within Dallas and Fort Worth and spreading it out. You'll be one of those first few opportunities, first few individuals to be able to identify with that. So please, get connected with me now, get to identify the people that are around me and that I work with, and let's grow together.
There you go, man. You heard it here, man. One of the finalists for Master of the Mic, man. Jay Catalyst, man. We'll definitely see you in the finals.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Salute.